is up, everybody? Kyle here, and it is Saturday, so we all know what that means, weekly purchases. The time of the week where we all check in and talk about what we picked up for the week. What did the UPS, FedEx, mailman, whoever brought you, what did your grandma get you as a gift this week? But weekly purchases, adult show and tell, where we check in on what's new, what's going on, what's coming through the door. So an exciting week as usual. You know, a little disappointment and a little happiness this week. I guess it's the best of both worlds, little yin, little yang. Last week I told you this week would have been the most exciting weekly purchases ever, and it really would have been. However, the mailman, the United States Postal Service is losing packages left and right. It hasn't been that bad up until about the last 2 weeks, but currently I have 3 packages that are MIA. Nobody knows where they are. I've went to the post office. They're tracking them, trying to find them. But I got some serious big boy purchases that should have arrived on Thursday. Nope, didn't happen. Friday, went to the post office, said, guys, what is going on? Do you know who I am? I'm a collector. I got to have these. They looked at me and said, I don't know who you are. Do you live in this town? And you collect what? So apparently they don't watch the YouTube channel at all. I told them to subscribe, gave them my number. No, just kidding. But I did leave them my number. They're supposed to call me. But very, very, very disappointed on that end that I did not get my big purchase I was so excited for. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed out there. Next week's weekly purchases will be amazing. Or maybe I'm just going to continue to say that every week to get you guys to watch. I don't know. I'm just kidding there. But hopefully, fingers crossed, those arrive here in the next couple of days, and I'll be able to show everybody what I got. But nonetheless, some good purchases this week. Another big week. That's just the way it seems to go. I keep saying there's going to be a small week in there somewhere. Well, it just seems to not happen. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But first, hey, this week was my wife's birthday. My wife, Angie, happy birthday to you. A nice special call out for my wife. So hope she enjoyed her birthday. She's truly a saint to have to deal with me on a daily, regular basis. That is for sure. So happy birthday, my wife, Angie. This week we saw some new item reveals. We saw the new 2-pack Ninja Turtles. They're going to be Walmart exclusive in the fall. These don't do anything for me. I'm pretty excited these came out. And I said, oh, that's an easy pass. I already have those turtles. They were released at San Diego Comic-Con a few years ago, then released via GameStop as a GameStop exclusive. That's where I picked mine up from. But for those of you that missed them or didn't get them, whatever the reason, now here's another chance to get those movie turtles come, I think October, they said. So good for you guys that missed those. Another chance. And then a 2-pack. So for the hardcore collectors that keep them in a box, those were originally single packs. Now they're dual packs. So that's great for everybody involved. I wish we would see more stuff like that. I get some of the secondary market concerns, but at the end of the day, people want the turtles, especially in those set. You can't just get a Casey Jones and a Shredder and not have the turtles. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We saw those pictures this week. We also saw some ring pictures this week. We saw the NXT War Games cage. Ringside Collectibles has that up for pre-order right now, among other places. Very, very cool. Boy, when I was a kid, I would have went totally crazy over something like this. This would have been the greatest thing ever. I may pick it up to display. It is kind of that wrecking ring where the ring collapses and stuff. Not a big fan of that. I think there's some kids that probably enjoy that. There's probably some kids like myself as a kid wouldn't have enjoyed that. Usually there's a lever on there or something that locks it in place, so hopefully that's the case, because boy, a War Games, I would love an old school rooftop War Games. That would be awesome in my collection somewhere, but this is what we got for now, and we'll take it. So that's at Ringside. I think that's shipping out in August. Also shipping in August, I hear it's a UK exclusive. As of me filming this, that could change, but an AEW basic ring, not the large scale one, but more of a basic ring. It's going to be exclusive to Smith's in the UK, but it's also going to come with a Cody Rhodes figure, a special Cody Rhodes figure. And I believe it's from his first AEW episode appearance from the first episode of the TV show. So very cool. I'm going to have to track one of those down. I know we got a lot of great UK viewers out there that'll probably give me a hand and help me get that. I believe that's coming around August as well. And then August is also the real scale sized ring with the Kenny Omega figure. That's up for sale on Ringside right now. So a lot of cool ring stuff coming out at the end of the summertime. So that's about it this week. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos. I had a lot of good videos this week. Some Ghostbusters unboxings, Iron Man 2020, a little starting lineup talk. Hopefully you guys have subscribed to the channel, so I urge you guys subscribe so you don't miss one. I do a weekly or weekly, daily, you name it, a daily video every single day of unboxing or something or a deep dive. I'm going to have a lot of those to continue. I got a lot of stuff to go through. Might as well unbox it together and see first thoughts together. So some of these weekly purchases in the next week or two you'll see being unboxed. So I implore you to hit the subscribe button, help me out, follow the channel, and that's all I really have. It's kind of a quick week of table talk. We'll get into the weekly purchases right now. All right, we are back. And you're probably saying to yourself, Kyle, what is with the mask? Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys know whose mask I'm wearing, and that's the Ultimo Dragon, a favorite of mine back in WCW, Japanese wrestling legend, and if you remember back, #1 on my Jack's Most Wanted list. Well, why am I wearing the mask right now? It's because what came through the door this week, Ultimo Dragon boxed exclusive. Been on my #1 list, been a most wanted figure for a long time for me. Love the cape he comes with. Just an awesome, awesome figure. And I want to give a special shout out to one of our loyal viewers here, John Cruz. Thank you for hooking me up. Elkhart, Indiana's own, the pride of Indiana, the pride of Elkhart, hooking me up for a very awesome price on this, knowing it was on my list, knowing I was so excited for it. Slid into my DMs, and we came to an awesome price, and he shipped it right out for me. I couldn't ask for a better good brother out there taking care of me. I thank all you guys out there, but especially you, John, for hooking me up. So there it is, the Ultimo Dragon, finally in here. #1 most wanted list. It is off the books. I got to redo the list, but here it is. All right, here we are, weekly purchases. Let's hop right into it, and boy, I'm excited. For you, those of you that have been following along the last few weeks, I've been crying. The anticipation has been crazy for me. The new G.I. Joe Hasbro Classified series. Well, 5 minutes before I started this video, look what came across. Holy cow, we got Scarlet. I got my first one. I am so excited. There's Scarlet. Now, the one I was probably least excited for, but I'm just happy to get one finally via Amazon. As you all know, last week I got that dreaded delay. They were going to be here in I think July, it said possibly. Well, as of today, I have Snake Eyes supposedly coming by 9 o'clock tonight. I got Roadblock coming by Sunday, and I got Duke coming on Tuesday. For next week's weekly purchases, I should have the whole set minus Destro. I never saw him come up on Amazon pre-order, so I got him from another site. Hopefully Destro's coming soon, but I'm going to be very close to the complete set, and boy, I'm excited. This is one of the most excited figure openings I've had in a long time. I opened that package up, and I just couldn't wipe the smile off my face. I've been collecting G.I. Joes for 37, 38 years, if you can believe that. Ever since I was 2, 3 years old, I've had G.I. Joes in my life. I'm so excited for G.I. Joes to be back on a regular cycle of collecting. Every few months, I'll be able to buy something new G.I. Joe. That's very exciting for me. Being a long time G.I. Joe fan. I was mixed thoughts when these first came out. Looking at them, I've really grown on them. I just hope for the future of the line. It continues to grow. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want it more geared towards the old animated series or even the comic book, but we'll see. We'll see where the line takes us. I'm very excited for the future of it. I'm very excited to have the first one in my hands. So unboxing videos to come for sure. So that's that. G.I. Joe finally in the house. Unfortunately, the mailman left it on my step, so I didn't get to give him a big hug and a kiss when he dropped it. But we'll see. Maybe tonight, if he's lucky. If he comes, we'll see. But let's continue on. Weekly purchases. So a little non-wrestling, non-G.I. Joe. How about a little Iron Maiden 4-pack? So I have all these single, but now they just released a 4-pack, and they all glow in the dark. So very cool. It's an AE exclusive. I have no idea what AE is. I don't know if it's an overseas exclusive or what, but I picked this up. Very happy. For the most part, Funkos, I just collect heavy metal bands, and Iron Maiden, definitely one of the greatest heavy metal bands of all time. So very happy to have this in the old collection. Continuing on, We talked about that top 10 Jack's Most Wanted list. Well, I'm scratching those off left and right. I'm taking that list down. You know, in about a couple of weeks from now, I'll probably have to have a new top 10 list. Maybe that's something that'll go, but I had a lot of great feedback from that video, and here's one right here. We got the Yokozuna 1 of 1,800 ringside exclusive. Very cool. One I needed. At the time, I said, I don't need this. I already have Yokozuna. The robe doesn't make that much of a difference. Well, here I am, you know, 15 years later, whatever it's been. I have to have this. So here it is, Yokozuna in the collection. Very happy to have that crossed off the old list. Here's another one. I passed back in the day. I said, I do not like the looks of this. I'm not counting it in the Classic Superstars collection. Well, now I am, I guess. And I finally picked it up for a very, very good price. This week will be Hulk Hogan with the Winged Eagle. As you can see, it says Classic Superstars down there on the bottom. I just kind of looked the other way back in the day and said, I don't need it. I really don't like the Hogan. As you can see, kind of two different yellows on him. I always thought not the best Hogan, but a very cool belt set for sure. Me, myself, like probably a lot of you guys watching this, the Winged Eagle is your favorite heavyweight title of all time. It is definitely mine. So it's pretty cool to have. Obviously, you guys have seen I have the DiBiase with the $1 Million belt. I'll put this one right next to it. So very happy to have the Hogan belt off my list. I believe this one was also on my top 10 most wanted list. Rey Mysterio WrestleMania gear. Very, very cool. You know, we talked in my Entrance Great video. Go back and watch that one on the Entrance Great. Which one was better? I think I actually prefer the Jax one a little bit better. It being a basic with the Entrance Great, it just seemed a little small and skinnier, where this one just seemed, something pops in this one. I don't know. But I think I like this one better. You know, I call it like I see him, I guess you would say. But I'm very happy to have this Rey off my list. One of the harder to find Reys. Still looking for that Rey Mysterio 1 of 500. Well, I don't even think it's 500. I've seen that. There's a guy on eBay that says it's 1 of 500. I don't think that's true. But he wants like an astronomical amount of money for it. But there's an Australian exclusive. Rey Mysterio, Jax. I need it. Any Australians out there, let me know if you come across one. I really need to get that if I'm going to complete this collection. So that'll definitely be on the future top 10 list. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, let's go back to him. I've had this one. This is the third time I've owned this in my life. Maybe it'll be the final time until I die. I don't know. But Hulk Hogan Ring Giant. I went back and forth. I've had it. I counted it as my Classic Superstars collection, even though it didn't have the logo on it. And then I said, no, it doesn't count. I'll sell it. I got a good offer. Bought it again. Sold it. Now I've bought it again. So I think I better keep him in the collection this time. I've always displayed it with my Ring Giants Warrior. That's where it'll go back again. Just a cool figure. I wish it was more of a classic instead of a later day Hogan, but it'll do. I think this Ring Giant line is a very underrated line. A lot of good figures in there that you don't see or really hear about much, a whole lot anymore. So, one I haven't bought in a long time, out some Bone Cruncher Jax. I got this one extremely cheap, one of the later Bone Crunchers. You can see tore up box. I'm going to be opening this one anyways. Stone Cold. Not a big fan of this figure. It was a cheap deal. It was something I was missing on my list. Popped up. I said, yeah, why not? I'll buy it. So picked up that Bone Cruncher. Got to complete that one too. You know, I'm probably missing 10, 15 figures in the Bone Cruncher line. I really need to finish that off before I start other things. But that's the way us collectors go. Your eye takes you somewhere, and partially you say, I don't know if I want to finish that collection. I got 15 left. It's kind of sad when you complete because you don't get to talk about it. You don't look for them anymore and so forth. But it comes a day here I'm going to have to close the book on a few of these collections and then see where we go from there. So how about this one? Larry Bird Pop Vinyl. I had to get this one as Larry Bird, my favorite basketball player of all time. And I also like to consider myself the Larry Bird of action figure collecting. So I got the old Bird, GameStop exclusive. Very, very cool Larry Bird. Can't beat it. How about this stuff? So now we're going to get into some stuff. I talked last week. I won a giveaway on one of the Facebook groups. They drew my lucky number 33, Larry Bird. That number was drawn, and people were sending me free stuff. So I continued to get free stuff this week. I got that Funko Pop Vinyl Kevin Nash last week. Well, this week I got the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels pillow came through via one of those loot crates. So I got that in. How about the Walmart pin set? Very cool. I actually never saw these. These hit my area right around COVID time frame. Nobody was going to stores, and I didn't see these in any of the stores around me. So there's that. A Goldberg vinyl, pop vinyl. There you go, Goldberg. I got another Macho Man Masters of the Universe sent to me. So very cool. I really like this figure, being a Macho Man fan. Not my favorite of all time, but very cool in the Masters series line. And then the final giveaway thing I've gotten so far, there might be more coming. There's supposed to be a bunch of packages via surprise. To go along with the pins, the lunchbox from WrestleMania 3. So very cool. I didn't have any of this stuff, so I'm very happy I won, and thank you guys for sending that over my way. So then let's get into some more stuff. This keep coming. A lot of stuff this week, that's for sure. It's kind of a basic week, somebody would say, maybe. It's been a long time since I've bought some basics. Heck, it's been a long time since I've got recent wrestling figures at all. I feel it's been like maybe since March. Things have been slow with COVID and delays and stuff like that. So it's been a long time since I've had wrestling figures. So I was very happy to find this last week. The Carmella Chase. I got the regular one a few weeks back. This is the Chase version, so that came through the door. And I also got The Rock. Now, I don't buy all basics, as some of you guys may know or may not know. I just buy the ones that catch my eye, the ones that are different, the ones that are, probably not going to be made into elite. A lot of the females don't get elites, they get basics, so I picked those up. And I've said it before, Mattel does a very smart thing right now. They're releasing a lot of people like Bianca Belair, the Street Profits, Matt Riddle. They're putting them in basic form first before the elite. That is smart. That gets guys like me to buy both. If there was just an elite, I probably would have passed. If I would pass on the basic and just buy the elite, but this is a whole different ball game here. So very cool. This is a Rock. I want to say it's from like WrestleMania maybe, or time frame, something like that. I don't think there'll be an elite of that one, so I picked it up. We talked about Bianca. Well, here she is. I've seen her all over town. If you checked out my fig hunting video, boy, she's everywhere. Almost a peg warmer in my area, which kind of surprised me, as I know this one was supposed to be a pretty popular figure. It could still be. Maybe people just haven't been out in the stores looking yet. I don't know. But so far, it's been a peg warmer over my way. But a very cool figure nonetheless. And then how about some battle packs? Normally these two, Usos, I normally wouldn't buy, but I saw them. I said, wow, these look really good in person in the white. I like that they're putting accessories again with the battle packs. Give you a little bit extra with them, so I had to pick this one up. This one was pretty awesome. Like I said, it wasn't on my plans to pick up, but I'm glad I did. And then one more battle pack. Here we are. Trish Stratus Lita. I've always had plans to get this one. I couldn't resist when it came through the door. As I christened this, when the prototypes were released, I had to have been the first one to say it, because I said it immediately. It's the Topanga edition Trish Stratus. Looks just like Topanga from Boy Meets World. Just spot on. Very, very cool. But a good two-pack. I'm glad we got something like this. I think a lot of people would like this two-pack. With the Evolution chair as the accessory. I said it before. I love they're putting accessories back in these battle packs. I also won the Hardcore Championship this week. It was an amazing feat. I don't know how I did it. I stumbled across it, won, got the pin. Now I wear this around town on a daily basis. Let's see, test some of your figure knowledge. Do you know what figure this came with? I got a loose mint set of one of my most wanted figures, and it came with this belt. So we'll get into that in the Lucy portion of weekly purchases, but very excited to get this figure. The belt, it is what it is. I don't really collect these, but it came with it, so I have it. I'm the Hardcore Champion. Somebody come beat me for it. Come on. Come on over. Moving on. So this morning, early, I got a text from my man, Waylon Jennings, good friend of the show. We've talked about him before. My eyes and ears up in God's country, up in Ames, Iowa. He sent me a little tip this morning, and I hopped in my Jeep Wrangler. I drove 40 minutes north to Ames from the Des Moines area, and I came across Elite 76 in Walmart. So very happy to finally come across these. Unfortunately, Christian was not there. He was the only one gone. So I don't know if it was the regular or the Black Shirt Chase edition. But the hunt for Christian is going to have to continue. I expect, knowing my Walmarts and knowing how they work, I expect later today, tomorrow, Sunday, through mid next week to all the stores to probably get a case. I would assume that'll be the same for some of you out there. So be checking your stores for Elite 76. They're starting to pop up everywhere. But got the Otis, obviously a very popular one in the set. Got the YOLO title, which is kind of a cool, something totally different. So I got Otis. We got Lacey Evans, another female first on the line. John Cena. You know, I do have a custom, I think I got it from Threadhead or Ralph's. I can't even remember. It's been so long when they first announced this. I had an order going through, and it was for a Yankees jersey, like a legit Yankees jersey instead of this just plain gray, which they had to do for legal reasons. But I'll switch that out. I'll probably do that in an unboxing for you guys here down the road shortly. Braun Strowman, which will probably end up being the peg warmer of the series, I would imagine. 2 per case. I do like the trophy, how they added the names of the winners on there, which they didn't do that prior, so that's kind of cool. But I do expect this to be the peg warmer, especially when you're going to have the top pick one coming out here right on its heels. So this will be everywhere, I think, before you know it. We had Otis. Well, you can't have Otis without Tucker. Well, unless you're watching WWE TV the last month or so. I think Tucker's MIA. It's unfortunate. But there's old Tucker, so got him. And then finally, Amazon. You got to check Amazon every once in a while. I'll put the link in the comments here. Hopefully it's still around. But they had a hot deal this week on the Triple H Ultimate Edition. So I got this one, I want to say, back in October, probably, from Ringside Collectibles. But with the Ultimate Editions, much like the entrance greats and the defining moments, I'm looking for a loose set, and I'm looking for a mint on card set, mint and box set in this instance. But what I've done is I'm being smart. I'm buying that first one, I'm opening it, putting it with my display, and then I'm playing the long games on the rest. Because we've seen them all drop down significantly in price. This one was, I think, $22.99 when I got it. I know it fluctuates here and there, but I said $22, that's a heck of a price. They're like $30 at Target. So I picked this one up. I still got to grab the Finn Balor, and then I need an extra of the HBK Brock Lesnar. Playing the long game. I'm sure those will come up somewhere very, very soon, and I'll pick them up. But that's it for the package stuff. How about we get into everybody's part to finish weekly purchases off? Let's finish it with the Lucy portion of the show. All right, let's get in and talk about the loose figures I came through. As I say every week, getting closer and closer to that complete Jack's Ruthless Aggression style figure line collection. I'm getting closer and closer. Getting a little harder to find some guys. Got some big boy purchases to still do. There's just a few common loose ones, I guess I would say. Common figures I'm looking for. But we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer each week. So let's jump in. But I almost forgot to mention, I did come across this week my old buddy David C. Anderson, a well-known pillar of the figure community. He was ordering some of the Small Joe risers. This is what I swear by inside of my Detolf. He needed to get some, and anytime I could combine an order or do something with somebody local where we can both save some money on shipping, because these kill you on shipping. I got 2 sets of these. I have 1 Detolf still to be built. David also sold me an extra Detolf he had. I'm not going to show you that. I can show you a picture of a Detolf like that, but got a Detolf still to be built for these. I'm not sure when I'm going to put in that Detolf yet. I'm sure soon enough it'll fill up. The AEW figures, more Mattels, you name it. But Small Joe risers, happy to have some more of those. At a great cost. So there's that. But let's get into some Lucy's. We'll start off with Mr. Shane McMahon from, I think, the last pay-per-view series Jack's made. Also, this exact same figure was in the Classic Superstars line. So I kind of went back and forth. Do I need this? Do I not need this? Well, one popped up on Mercari, very cheap. I said, what the heck, I'll get it. So I have the Classic Superstars one in package. I got the exact same one loose, same exact figure. So there's that, Shane McMahon. Another Jeff Hardy. There's a lot of Jeff Hardys to come. Got to check my checklist again. I can't remember which one this is. I think it was from a 2-pack WrestleMania, possibly. But that's Jeff Hardy, so another one of him. How about the World's Greatest Tag Team? This is one of those ones I just hadn't got around to. Not super hard to find. I want to say it was like Adrenaline Series 5. However, there is a WrestleMania 22-pack of the World's Greatest Tag Team that's pretty hard to find. I don't think it's super valuable. It just does not come up very often, so I'm on the lookout for that one. That one very well could slide into my top 10 most wanted list, because I haven't seen one sell for a long time and I haven't seen one come through. But I'll have to get that. But I'm happy to have these ones come through this week. We talk about it all the time. Another Batista. There's a lot. This is one of the later Batistas. You can always tell by the bolder shoulders. Crazy on him. That came through. How about Animal? Road Warrior Animal. There's the Great American Bash edition, and then you got the 2-pack Adrenaline edition that came with John Morrison. Cross this one off the list this week. Here we go. We talked about that hardcore title. Last chance for guesses. Who came with that belt? One of my most wanted, Mr. Spike Dudley. I'd missed out on this one quite a few times, and one popped up on eBay with a make offer, and I slid in there immediately. It's been in my save searches forever. Shot a hot offer, and it was accepted like that. Very, very happy. Totally mint right out of the package. Same with the belt. So very happy to have Spike crossed off the list. Another top 10 most wanted gone. Something else new can move into its place. Here's a heavy, heavy hitter that came across eBay loose at a good deal. Had no plans to buy this, but I said, why not? We showed the in-packaged mint on card version a couple weeks ago. Now I have a loose one to go with it. I love Flair, one of my all-time favorites. I have a huge Flair collection. I figured, why don't I have this loose? Might as well. I have all the other ones loose. Let's just add to it. You know, for 30 bucks for this thing shipped loose, I could not pass that up. I'm happy to have it. So there it is. Another hot one that you don't see very often, pretty hard to get, Bill Goldberg from the Raw metal or Raw package. I already forgot. I've just drawn a blank, but there's the old Goldberg. A very hard to get one. Probably his rarest Jakks RA figure and hardest to find. So got to mint one of these that popped up on eBay in the last week. Swooped in on that one right away. So very happy to have that off the list. Here's another one. We talked a few weeks ago. Rhino. I made it right. You remember the hot garbage of the week a few weeks ago? Somebody put a Bret Hart head on here. I could not figure it out. I'm looking at all my Jakks Bret Harts. I'm like, why? This isn't... It's Bret's head, but it's not in any Bret figures. Well, I didn't even think about it until one of you great viewers put in the comments. It was the deluxe Classic Superstars Bret Hart head they put on there. Why they would put that on Rhino's head, I have no idea. But very happy to have this Rhino, and the best of ECW Jakks collection is now complete for me. Totally done with it. But that Bret Rhino, whatever you want to call it, a few weeks ago was the hot garbage of the week. And actually this week, guess what, guys? No hot garbage of the week. Nothing garbage-wise came through. Nothing damaged, nothing dinged, nothing unexpected. First week in a long time with no hot garbage. So that's a good thing, if you ask me. We don't want hot garbage coming through. I know it's a fun little segment, but not this week. It's taking a hiatus, taking a week off. Not a big custom guy. But a buddy had this for sale, and I saw it, and I said, you know what, I should get this. A Chris Jericho in hockey gear, Mattel Basic, and then I'm not sure where the hockey gear exactly came from. I know the hockey jersey was on a Jericho Titantron figure, I believe it was, but just kind of cool. You know, Jericho, I think, dressed up like this in WCW one time. Oh, just lost a foot thing, but... very cool. I said, you know what, for the price, and it was very, very cheap. I said, why not? Just kind of a fun thing to have in my Jericho shelf. Sometimes you got to get things like that that make you smile. It also came with a nice helmet that would go with him as well. So, very cool. Happy to have that Jericho. Getting down to the end of it. Here's another rare one, only available in the Treacherous Trios 3-pack. Jimmy Wang Yang. There he is. Ruthless Aggression. Now... on eBay, and if you ever search this, they have this exact same figure in a deluxe aggression. That is extremely common. You see it all the time, but the Ruthless Aggression version, very, very hard to find. I got this for a sleeper steal as well. You know, you got to play the long game sometimes. Sometimes you have no choice to play the long game. That's with that one. It does not come up by itself loose very often. You'll see the 3-pack, but I don't want to spend 70 bucks just to get him when I already have the other two. So very happy to have that off the list. Another one, Eric Bischoff. There's quite a few Eric Bischoff figures. There's more than you would think there is. Had this guy come through this week. Survivor Series t-shirt. I think I'm only missing one Eric Bischoff, and I can't even remember what it was off the top of my head. But I think I'm missing one more. Oh, it's the referee Eric Bischoff. One of the pay-per-view series later on. I still need to pick that one up. He's got gray hair. But that is on my list. I got to get that one to be done. So there's that. And then we got Harley Race. So I'd been wanting this Harley Race loose for a long time. As I've kind of put some of the Jakks guys in the classic wrestler shelf I have. with some of the Ivan Putskys and Ernie Ladd, stuff like that. Well, I wanted Harley for that shelf. Well, then Harley died, unfortunately. Harley and me are old friends. We hung out and saw each other many a times when he was up this way in Iowa. He lived in Missouri. I came across him many times. He always signed his autographs to me, best in sports. Well, I did my best in sports, and I always said it was for Harley. He wanted me to. But tried to get this Harley many times, kind of procrastinated. Well, then unfortunately Harley died. Figures went through the roof, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get this Harley. Played the long game. They've come back to a reasonable price, especially loose. This is great condition. Very happy to have this one and Harley off the list there. So we got one figure left, and it is a big heavy hitter in the loose department, and it's not a heavy hitter Jakks. It is a Mattel. So Kyle, you have all the Mattel Elites. I got every single one. You're exactly right. And I do technically have this figure already, but I don't have it complete. Let me explain. Here it is. Commissioner Shawn Michaels Build-A-Figure. Now, yes, I have this technically. I have the 4 figures from that flashback wave from Walmart. Ricky Steamboat, Jake Roberts, Stone Cold, and of course the Harley Race. But I have them all in the box. It's the only stuff I really haven't opened. I just can't bring myself to open them yet. So I got, a leg in one package, a leg in another, an arm and a head. So I technically have it, but I don't have it together. Well, a good buddy, Rob Mendez, was selling this one. We've went back and forth and done a lot of deals over the years. And Rob was great to give me first dibs on this guy as a nice favor. So I really appreciate him hooking me up with this bad boy. But very happy to have the Michaels Build-A-Figure complete, and I'll be able to put him with my other Shawn Michaels. And like I said, it just feels right having this out of the package. The other ones you can display, there's just really no way to display these in the other way. So I'm very, very happy to have this guy off my list. But there it is. Like I said, the Lucy portion of the show might be dwindling down. There's not a lot more I can find, and it's getting harder and harder, obviously. But we'll get there. We'll continue to have some Lucy's in there and keep going. But I appreciate everybody watching the weekly purchases this week. In the comments below, please tell me what you got this week. What were you up to? What are you out hunting? Hopefully you're watching the other videos. Subscribe to the channel. I can't ask you again, but here I am asking you again. Subscribe to the channel. Put a subscribe in there. Don't forget to like the video. And then until next week, next Saturday, our Saturday tradition, weekly purchases, I'll see you guys all then.